Did you know that in Okinawa, Japan, a 90-year-old grandmother is more likely to be tending her vegetable garden or walking to the market than sitting in a wheelchair? While in the United States, many people struggle with mobility, chronic pain, or even loss of independence by their late 60s. That stark contrast isn't just a quirk of luck or genetics. It reflects lifestyle choices, cultural traditions, and dietary habits that shape how people age. Japan consistently ranks among the top nations for life expectancy, with the World Health Organization reporting a healthy life expectancy of over 74 years, compared to just 66 years in the US. And when we say healthy life expectancy, we mean years lived with energy, independence, and mental sharpness. The question is, why do Japanese elders stay strong, resilient, and joyful well into their 80s and 90s, while so many Americans face weakness, dependency, and illness decades earlier? The answer lies in three powerful pillars: diet, movement, and community, that create a foundation for healthy aging. Let's step into their world and uncover lessons that anyone over 50 can apply today. First, let's look at the Japanese diet. If you sit down at a traditional Okinawan table, you'll notice it looks very different from the average American dinner. Instead of oversized plates loaded with meat and processed carbs, you'll find small bowls filled with a rainbow of vegetables, seaweed, miso soup, tofu, grilled fish, and perhaps a serving of purple sweet potato, a staple food known for its antioxidant power. Harvard researchers published findings in 2020 showing that Japanese elders consume 30 to 40% more vegetables, soy products, and fish than Americans. This dietary pattern lowers inflammation, supports brain health, and protects the heart. Kyoto University research further revealed that regular consumption of fermented soy foods like natto reduces arterial stiffness, one of the key markers of aging blood vessels. Neurology Journal published in 2019 showed that Japanese elders with higher omega-3 and fermented food intake had slower cognitive decline, maintaining sharper memory and processing skills compared to their Western peers. Beyond the ingredients themselves, there's also a philosophy guiding how they eat: hara hachibu, the practice of eating until 80% full. This mindful approach reduces overeating, lowers obesity risk, and keeps the metabolism healthy, something the NIH has found directly influences longevity. Now, let's compare this with the American approach. According to the CDC, nearly 60% of the calories in the U.S. diet come from ultra-processed foods, packaged snacks, sodas, frozen meals, and fast food. These are high in refined sugars, unhealthy fats, and sodium, leading to widespread obesity, hypertension, and type 2 diabetes. Portion sizes are significantly larger, snacking is constant, and eating to the point of discomfort is normalized. This way of eating accelerates weight gain and chronic disease, making it harder to stay strong and mobile past 50. One plate nourishes longevity, the other speeds up decline. Quick pause before we continue. Drop your city name, your age, and your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. Now let's talk about movement. If you wake up early in Tokyo or a small Japanese town, you might see a group of elders in the park performing Ragio Teiso, radio calisthenics that have been a morning ritual for nearly a century. These gentle stretches and movements keep joints flexible, muscles active, and circulation flowing. But Japanese movement culture goes beyond exercise routines. It's built into daily life. Elders walk to markets, climb stairs in train stations, cycle to visit friends, and work in home gardens. The World Health Organization reports that Japanese elders average 6,000 steps a day well into their 70s and 80s, while Americans average just 3,000. Harvard Medical School confirms that even light, consistent physical activity reduces the risk of heart disease by 30% and stroke by 27%, and it also helps maintain muscle mass, balance, and bone density. Compare this to the American pattern, where long hours of sitting at desks or in cars dominate the day. The NIH notes that over 70% of Americans over 50 fail to meet basic physical activity guidelines. Many try to compensate with short bursts of intense exercise, but this all-or-nothing approach often leads to injury, inconsistency, and burnout. As a result, American elders lose muscle strength faster, become more sedentary, and face higher fall risks. Meanwhile, Japanese elders remain active because movement is woven naturally into their lives. Imagine two 75-year-olds, one in Japan riding a bicycle to the market, the other in the US relying on a car to drive even a few blocks. That simple difference in daily movement compounds over decades into very different health outcomes. The third pillar is perhaps the most underestimated: social connection. In Okinawa, there is a tradition called moe, which means a lifelong circle of friends who meet regularly, support each other financially, and provide emotional companionship. These bonds create a powerful buffer against stress, depression, and loneliness. The Okinawa Centenarian Study revealed that elders with strong moe networks lived longer, had lower rates of dementia, and reported higher life satisfaction. Harvard's 80-year study of adult development also found that the single strongest predictor of long-term health and happiness was not wealth, diet, or even medical care, but close, supportive relationships. Japanese elders benefit from a cultural emphasis on family ties, neighborhood connections, and shared rituals like tea ceremonies or community festivals. Compare this with the American experience. The CDC reports that 1 in 4 adults over 65 in the U.S. experiences social isolation, a factor that increases dementia risk by 50% and stroke risk by 30%. Many elders live alone, far from family, or enter nursing homes where loneliness can be profound. The American value of independence, while admirable, sometimes morphs into disconnection, leaving elders without the emotional support that keeps people vibrant. The difference is clear. In Japan, aging is a shared journey. In America, it can feel like a solitary struggle. So what does this mean for you, especially if you're over 50? It means that healthy aging is not just about luck. It's about daily choices that accumulate over decades. Japanese elders are showing us that strength, mobility, and mental clarity in old age are not only possible, they're achievable with the right habits. And you don't need to move to Japan to start. Here's one simple, actionable step you can try today. Replace just one processed meal with a Japanese-inspired whole food meal. Instead of fast food or sugary cereal, have a breakfast of miso soup, steamed vegetables, and a piece of grilled salmon. Or at lunch, add a side of fermented vegetables like kimchi or pickles. Swap soda for green tea, rich in antioxidants that support heart and brain health. If you can, incorporate a daily walk of at least 20 minutes and call a friend or loved one to strengthen your social bonds. These might seem small, but remember, Japanese longevity is built on simple, consistent habits, not drastic overhauls. Think about it this way: every meal you eat, every step you take, and every friendship you nurture is an investment in your future self. You're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. And it's never too late to start. Whether you're 50, 60, or even 70, making small changes today can set you on a path toward vitality tomorrow. The Japanese elders we admire are not superhuman. They're simply following traditions that keep the body strong, the mind sharp, and the spirit uplifted. And you can too. So as we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean wisdom, strength, and joy if you choose to embrace the habits that support health. Learn from the Japanese example. Eat whole, balanced foods, move naturally every day, and nurture your community. Do this, and you might just find yourself gardening, cycling, or hiking in your 80s and 90s, full of energy and purpose. If this message inspired you, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe for more health insights. And of course, drop your age, your city, and your thoughts in the comments. I look forward to reading them all. Together, we can rewrite the story of aging, one choice at a time.